Hi, my name is Jeremy Pinero. My family and I have been serving on the mission field of Vanuatu since 2008. Just want to take the next few moments to update you on what God's been doing in Vanuatu recently. If you remember last October, we had 450 people of the Umbai people who had been moved out of their island because of a volcano. Well, they went back to their island. Volcano continued to get worse and worse, and now they have been removed from their island permanently. 115 of those people have come back and asked our church leadership if they could stay on our church property for a while. They've now been there for 4 months. Our Sunday school room has people living in it. Our creche ministry has people living in it. Our multi-purpose building is completely maxed out. There are people all over, and our church looks like a clothesline on clothes washing day. But what an incredible opportunity, and I thank you for giving so that we could actually care for these people, show Christ's love to these people, and what an incredible opportunity. Many of them have been attending our church, and many of them have gotten saved during their time with us there. So continue to pray for that. That's still happening, still ongoing. They may be with us up to Christmas next year. They're looking at, they're trying to get their money together to buy property to find a more permanent location. We had our youth conference at the start of the year. This was well attended. Many young people made decisions for Christ. Many were saved. But what was more exciting is our leaders really stepped up in the church to help out in Sunday school ministries. We now have 8 different groups that take turns throughout the year running the Sunday school for a month. We have a young man named Henry, which recently we were able to lay our hands on him to head up our children's ministry, which is called Kids for Christ, which is now running in 11 different locations, reaching upwards of 700 kids every week. They come together, they play some games, sing some songs, and learn a Bible story, and the gospel is getting to those communities and those schools. This year, during the month of May, we came back to Australia for the birth of our child. While Liz was recovering, I headed back to Vanuatu for a few trips, and while I was on those trips, Liz came down with appendicitis. She had her appendix removed, and a few weeks later we were told that a cancer tumor was found on her appendix. I know you were praying for us. We were advised to go ahead and have a right appendectomy, where they removed some of the bowels and that. Surgery went well, and the results have come back, and we have been told that Liz is completely cancer-free. We are now in Australia, and I've been just came back from a 3-week trip. We had a team from Australia come out, and the ministry, can I just tell you, is growing in the midst of our absence. God has grown leaders. The work has grown. I just want to take a few moments to tell you about maybe some people that you don't know of that God has brought into our ministry. First of all, let me tell you about Fraser. Fraser is from Ireland. He's now been working with us for 4 years. He is the manager of Reach Vanuatu campsite, where we kind of use as a headquarter to launch all our ministries from there. Ishmael and Ruby. Ishmael is now the youth pastor and worship pastor at Luganville Baptist Church. He's also my assistant, and he has a real heart and desire to go to the capital and reach the many young people that are just on the streets and just don't go to church and don't really understand or have a hope of the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ. As well as the people on our team, we also have people who are serving in the midst of our team, a young couple from Harvest Baptist Church in America, Pittsburgh, America. They have come over, the Stokes. They are serving in Big Bay, in the ministry there with Pastor Gabby and the numerous pastors that are up there in the Big Bay bush. They are working towards translating Tiala language, and recently we had the excitement of being able to see the first Tiala hymns translated into the Tiala language. I had an opportunity to get those printed here in Australia, and we took them back, and we're able to be a part of them worshiping for the first time in their own language, songs that they've heard for many years that they had no idea what they were singing about, but they knew the tunes, they knew the how to connect it together, and just to be there and see the translation work going ahead. Seth and Nicole are not only doing translation work, Seth has an incredible ability to train disciples, and he's working with 4 young men there, training them to become pastors. And the Bible school has all been rebuilt. New buildings have gone in. We're looking forward to next year. We're actually going to have school fees, and the Bible school is going to be running at a capacity that never has before. We're planning on sending some young people and some couples from our church in town to go up into the ministry in Big Bay. So the ministry in Big Bay is running incredibly well under the leadership of Pastor Gabby and the Stokes up there. And the ministry in town in Lugerville Baptist Church is running well with ministry leaders like Ishmael and Pastor Visan, and the 2 deacons, Apo and Deacon Reynolds, and men like Big Allen and Fraser, who are running all of that. And then we also have the ministry on the islands of Gower, and that's another story. And God is opening up now 3, last I heard is possibly 4 churches. And we're hoping that this year when the Bible school starts, they'll send some young men to us so we can train. 2 of them right now are training with Seth and have a desire and a heart to go back to those island groups and to see more work started. Thank you for your prayers. God is truly doing an incredible work on the field of Vanuatu, and I know that you have invested many years into this ministry, and I pray that God would just continue the work that He has done, and we just thank you for being a part of that.